You ever wonder why the Bible calls the bowels the seat of compassion? It's more than poetic, it's biology. And during this Omer count, I will be rewiring this connection from the inside out. Think about the Israelites. They just left Egypt, hundreds of years of slavery. Their nervous systems are shot, stuck in survival mode. Now, survival mode is a state of stagnation, stuck physically or psychologically in a stress response. So think fight, flight, freeze, or fawn because of perceived danger or prolonged trauma. And in this state, it's impossible. You cannot feel deep empathy when your gut is clenched in fear. It's like a throne that's bound in chains. So the 49 days of the Omer aren't just a countdown. Think of it as a 7-week detox for their souls, or for our souls, to move from slave brain to revelation brain. So let me put my disclaimers out there. I am not a certified anything. I am simply a lover of Yahuwah, his people, and healing by understanding. Dalat will not. So back to neuroscience. When I say slave brain, think of this as your bowels, gut, the second brain. And the revelation brain is your first brain, the brain in your skull. So modern science calls this the gut-brain axis. Your vagus nerve, which is a cranial nerve that is the most complex of the nerves, that acts as like this two-way highway. This two-way highway is the regulator of those involuntary visceral feelings and sensations. But that's a discussion for another day. Anyway, if you are self-critical, stressed, your gut sends an alarm signal that actually shuts down the empathy centers in your brain. One of those centers is the anterior cingulate cortex, or ACC. I would go into a whole tangent about that, and I will, but that's for another day. So, to shut down this system, the ACC, this means you physically cannot be truly compassionate to others because your own internal house is on fire. So, this is why I am starting the Omer with Rakam, or mercy. More specifically, I am straightened and focused on practicing self-compassion, because the calming of my own second brain through daily mindfulness is the toning of my vagus nerve, which begets balance, shalom, and harmony. Neuroscience calls this vagal tone, which is a measure of how effective is your vagus nerve at communicating with your other organs. And we circle right back, because what is an Omer? It's a standard of measure. And so measuring my own temple, more specifically my slave brain, with the word of Yahuwah, seeking to take captivity captive with the power of Rakam, which is the Hebrew word for mercy or compassion. Strong's defines it as compassion or the womb as a cherishing of the fetus. Like I am right now, surrounded by the hand of Yahuwah, protected from the chaos and safe to purge. Steadfast and diligent I am. Mark my words. I will turn compassion into a biological overflow. Healing so I can love my neighbor in biblical love and not survival love. Your girl gonna be out here ready to give and receive at Shavuot. Hallelujah. Praise the Father who is worthy. So today, or whenever you count, start with deep breaths. Diaphragmatic breaths, not chest breathing. Unclench your gut, accept and agree with the purging that detaches you from captivity. And follow for more on the science of the soul.